We went to church like 3 times a week, did home Bible studies at home. I watched my dad researching. If you'd asked me 2 years ago if I was in love with God growing up, I'd have told you, yeah. But now I know that I didn't know him to be in love with him, but I was in love with the idea of him when I was growing up. My parents were they didn't want me and my brother and sister to go to public school because they didn't want us to be corrupted. So we were homeschooled for the first 12 years of my life. Honestly, I'm so grateful for that. But I had the two-parent household, the homeschool, the love was all there. I didn't like any of that for the first 13 years of my life. But when I was like 14, my parents started splitting up. They split up, got back together, split up, got back together before they decided to divorce. And I was always the one who, I don't know, I was just full of love growing up. So it hurt me more than anything when they said that they were getting a divorce, and that's what tore me apart, was the fact that the family was being torn apart. And because I hurt, I hit a point where I didn't want to admit that I was hurt, so I decided to be angry instead. Because that was the tough thing to do, you know, be angry instead of want to cry. So I tried to stick with my morals, and I was raised very well, so I tried to stick with what I was raised for as long as I could. But after moving out of the country and moving in the city, I just hit the streets because I didn't want to be home. I was so angry because I was either at one parent or the other, and I didn't like that. So I stayed in the streets, and 15 years old, I went hard. I went from not doing anything, not even cursing, to cursing, smoking, drinking, just overnight. I don't even know what happened. I went to a party one time and never turned back. I was always very radical, so when I did something, I did it hardcore. It's probably the only thing that I wrote down earlier that I'm actually going to say. I take notes, but I never say what I write, so I just left them over there. So by the time I was 17 years old, I was a full-blown alcoholic. I was a full-blown synthetic marijuana. I smoked that for 5 years. From sun up to sundown, that was my biggest addiction, and I do not know how it's by the grace of God that I'm alive today, because he had something better for me. But if you'd asked me 2 years ago, how are you alive, I would have told you I do not know. I've seen some stuff that they call it mojo around here, I don't know. But anyway, so I just numbed myself a lot, and when I was 18 years old, my brother passed away in a car accident, and by this time we were all selling drugs to kind of support our habits. That's the only reason I was selling drugs at this point, was just to support my habit. And but when he passed away, it's like most people, you'd think that most people would be like, how are you doing? You know, the first question that you think someone would ask you is, how are you doing? Or you know, are you okay? When most people ask me, oh, are we gonna get our drugs from you now? And so, even more hurt, but not wanting to be hurt, I became really angry. Really angry. I was ugly, y'all. I don't recognize myself today, praise God. But I was so angry. And so I just started numbing myself with more money, more drugs, more alcohol, and I just numbed myself. I don't remember much. Like after this, like my memory became very foggy. There's probably 2 years of my life that I don't remember. I might know a couple of them in between. And that's probably only because I was on probation and was trying to pass a drug test or something, but I don't remember much. I was in jail in 2015, and I was 20 years old, and I just remember finding God. Because I sat still and I was sober, and the only thing I had to read was the Bible. And I found him, and I just dived in. And I told him about 6 months in, I told him, I said, if you let me go, if you let me out, I will serve you, I will do whatever it is that you want me to do. And 2 weeks later, I was out of jail. They let me out. They were just like, oh, we know you didn't do it. You can go. I was like, what? Now I've been sitting here in 6 months, and now you're telling me, okay, I flashed out. But, I didn't follow up with what I said. I didn't follow up with what I said I was going to do. I promised him I was going to do right. I really had my mind set towards it because I knew he was the answer because of the peace that he gave me even being in jail. But I didn't pick up my Bible again after that. I started walking the streets again. I just started doing drugs again. 2 weeks after getting out, I started smoking meth every day. That was not my drug of choice before. I was more of a let me go to sleep kind of person. And then I don't know what happened. It was that whole 2 Peter 2:20 says that if you escape the corruption of the world by knowing the Lord, the Savior, and are again entangled in it, you are worse off than you were before. And that's what happened because I went back into the world. And I lost myself. Again, I don't remember like that whole year of my life. Before I knew it, I lost my truck, I lost my house. I couldn't stay in my mom's house anymore. I was in the streets. I always had somewhere to stay, so I never had to sleep under a bridge, but I did have to sleep on porches before. I really hit bottom, and I ended up getting really messed up one time. It was December of 2016, and I got myself into some mess. I don't even remember how. It just happened, and it caught up with me like a month later. In January of 2017, I got rearrested, and I hit my knees, and I said I was tired.